Hi, my Pisces and Pisces rising friends, Sandra from foryourchi.com, and we're here today to do your January 2021 reading. I was given the message that I'm going to give January readings for the 12 signs here free on YouTube. So we're going to go through all 12 houses for free on YouTube again, just like I did in December for the holiday gift. I feel like everyone needs to see what January is going to bring in this end of this eclipse season to try to prepare for what we need to do here. And I've already laid out your cards, and I see now exactly why I needed to do that, because for you Pisces, your 7th house is lit up, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Make sure you guys check out my Pisces and Pisces Rising 2021 predictions. I did 3 spreads in a timeline, which is very different than we do the 12 houses here. We looked at career. I looked at your love and your money for 2021. Those links will be contained below, and I'll also have 2 of the videos that pop up on both sides of the screen towards the end of this video. If you have not subscribed and hit the notification bell, please do so. The subscription automatically enters you into a drawing where I draw a free lucky YouTube subscriber to win a free reading with me and my cards of truth, which are very popular with the clients. And you're going to want to hit the notification bell to make sure you are looking at the weekly videos, because that's where I announce my winner. Okay, first off the bat, January 2021, first week in January. Even as you watch this reading, if it's a little bit before that, because I'm going to post it the day before the new year, partnerships and alliances. This is you Pisces making an agreement with someone regarding your future. Now this can be a contract, this can be the sale or purchase of a property, this can be a new job, this can be you hiring somebody. But you know what? This can also mean, for those of you that do resolutions, this can be an agreement with yourself, an agreement to turn things around, make some changes, right? Now, I sat down with the angel deck, and then my guide said, nope, get up and get the mermaid deck again. So you guys got mermaid deck for this month too. Yours is the only sign that I pulled this out for, I think, in January. Let yourself receive, Pisces. Okay, so whatever this is, this partnership, this alliance, this agreement, there is some help here available to you. This usually comes in the form of a person, although it can definitely be help from your guides and your angels and your loved ones that have crossed over. But whatever the help is, make sure you are open to receiving it and just simply say thank you and accept whatever this help is. Don't say, oh, no, you don't have to do that, or don't feel guilty about it, okay? And maybe your goal is to receive more in 2021, which is a beautiful thing. Second house, stand your ground in relation to finances and your stuff. So didn't Pisces get this card last month or the month before in the exact same second house? So you know what this means. Don't let people railroad you. Don't let them try to talk you into spending money that you don't have or you don't want to spend on them. Don't let them try to talk you into borrowing money. Just say no. Make an excuse. I'm so sorry. You know, I've already let someone else borrow it. And for goodness sakes, don't let anyone borrow your prized possessions that you cannot afford to lose or that you don't want to lose. Whenever we received this last message, it might have been November, I received a comment on one of those videos that said that they had just lent a ton of money to someone and have not received payment and didn't hear from the person. So, you know, apparently this is an energy where Pisces really needs to work on this. Okay, time to move on. Wow. All right, so this is talking about leaving toxic situations, leaving toxic people, You may have to turn your back on someone, and it may very well be the person that's begging for you to loan them some money or something like that. The bottom of this card says it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. I mean, hallelujah, Pisces, right? There's also a message about receiving here as well, too. Like you're releasing the old at the same time you're receiving the new. So that's twice now we've gotten this receive message. Let's see if it comes up a third time. Third house, brother, sister, also rules communication in the third house, heart chakra. So you could have a brother or sister that has a very high vibrational connection to someone. This is usually a partner of theirs, although it can be with a child, because that love for a child is very pure. You know, this is a big deal. So you could also have a brother or sister that's in love with something that they're doing right now, whether that's a job or a project or something that they love to do. And also, you know, this, we're talking about your communication house. This does mean speak from the heart, Pisces, right? If you are needing to have a conversation with someone and you're not quite sure how to approach it or what to say, the answer is speak your truth from your heart, the position of your heart. The heart center, the heart chakra is compassion. It is love that extends beyond this lifetime. This is the kind of love that is timeless and eternal. And when you speak from this place of love, I'm getting goosebumps all over right now. Before I sat down and right after I went and got the mermaid deck, they told me, go get your crystal ball and put it to your left side. So that tells me that there's some higher level channeling coming through this reading right now. Whenever you speak from this heart space, this is your truth. No harsh words are going to come from you here. Okay, so don't worry about that. Oh, you have a helpful person here. And your sibling also has a helpful person. So, you know, if your sibling, brother or sister is needing some help from someone and they speak to you about it, and maybe you're the helpful person, it's quite possible. But if you can't help them in this particular situation of what they need help with, then speak to them about who is in their life in the know that can and is available to help them. That's great. Okay, your fourth house is your house of home. This is accelerated motion. For some of you, this could also indicate something going on with your father here. So this is the card of harsh life lessons. It didn't used to be that way, but the more I read with this deck, the more it is meaning that. So what kind of lesson are you learning with regard to your home or where you currently live in the geographical location now? Are you realizing that you need to be out of the city, or you need to be out of the suburbs, or you need to be out of the country, or you need to be closer to your family, or you need to be closer to your friends, or you don't like your neighbors and it's that kind of thing, okay? This is like the realization card of that. Now, for some of you who are perfectly happy with where you live in all accounts, this could also be talking about, let me go back just 1 second. This could also be talking about those that you live with. Are you happy with who you live with, or are they constantly teaching you a harsh lesson? Do you need to fix that? Do you need to move away from them? Okay. Now, for those of you that are totally happy in their situation, you don't have a complaint, and you want to stay, this could be talking about your father who's learning a harsh lesson in his life right now, not necessarily with regard to his home or where he lives, but just in his life. Now, the oracle message that we have here with the Mermaid and Dolphin deck is contemplation time. So this is definitely it's definitely a message about taking some time out, meditation, reflection on what you can do to fix things. If this is a message relating to your father, then it's time for him to figure this out. Okay. Your fifth house. Hang on just a second. I feel like I need some water. I must be doing a reading for a water sign. I need some water. Okay. Fifth house, simplify your life. This is a very, now I grabbed the Oracle card for a reason. Simplify your life first. Usually I read the tarot card first. Simplify your life in the fifth house means that you need to clean up your friends list. I can hear the Pisces going, oh. Now that might be your Facebook friend feed. You may need to silence some people so that you don't see their comments or they don't see yours for a while. You may need to block or delete people. Or you may need to block or delete people from your life period, but specifically related to friendships. For those of you single Pisces, you know, this could be someone that you're dating that you need to boot, right? Now, but we're going to get to that in just a minute because there is a caution sign there in that seventh house. So I'm going to go through that in depth in this reading. Sacrifice in your fifth house, meaning you are doing a lot of hard work for someone or a group of people, but you're not getting that energy back. So that's why they're telling you it's time to, you know, get rid of the leeches. Who is the stage 5 Klingon? It's time to clean that up because you need to conserve your energy here, Pisces. There are a lot of people who count on you, and you do not have the excess energy for takers. Sixth house, work and health, positive movement forward. This is a beautiful card. It does indicate that positive energy is being ushered into your area of work and health. It's also a very creative card. So you could be doing creative problem solving. Solutions could come to you at work or regarding a health situation that you're currently in, issue, where the answer just comes and you follow the advice and everything works out in your favor. Now, how you feel about it, though, the mermaids and dolphins are here to tell you that there is an aspect of you that does not feel worthy of having your problem solved. This is not a conscious awareness. This type of worthiness is something that came in from a past lifetime, something that came in with your soul when you were born. You are definitely going to need to release this as I record this. It is December 31st. We are still in this full moon energy. So this weekend, the New Year's weekend, if you want to release this, write this down that you are releasing any feelings or beliefs of unworthiness and flush it down the toilet. Okay, that's a good one. Seventh house, trapped in fear. So this is you afraid to make a move. You want out of a situation in a relationship. This could be a primary relationship, romantic relationship, rather. This could be a business partnership for some of you. Or for those of you Pisces that are single, you may want to date someone, but you're just too afraid to get out there. Maybe you've been watching the news too much. What is your solution? It's to wait. Now, this is a very unusual combination to have this fear and then the wait, but it makes sense in this instance because you cannot, although you do need to make a move, right? You can't do it from this place. Like you have to call on Archangel Michael to get rid of this fear first before you execute this plan. Now, while you're in the process of while you're in the process of removing the fear, I feel like you, Pisces, need to make a plan of action of how to get out. So, write this plan down. You may not be able to sit down and write it all in 1 hour or one evening. You may write down a little bit here and a little bit there, and eventually you're going to figure this out. But so the message here is not to make a move right now with regard to your relationship. The time will come, and you won't have to wait too long, but you will have to remove the fear first and get yourself a plan of action. And the plan will help remove the fear too, just all by itself. Your 8th house represents the house of Scorpio. It rules taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, so balance and intimacy. I know that's a mouthful. There is something that's out of balance here, though. Now, this could be your intimate life, right? It could swing one way or the other. If you're not having enough intimacy, you're going to want to fix that somehow or work towards fixing it. If you're having too much, I'm just giving you an example. If you're having too much intimacy to where it's not really fun for you anymore, you're going to want to scale it back and do something else. But there's definitely something out of whack here, and you're going to try to fix that. Now, for some of you who have a significant other's income, like a 2-household type income, there could be something out of whack with that income that needs to be rectified. Okay? How can we do this? Consult an expert, they're telling me, or this card is telling me, but I'm actually being told to speak about something about the legal aspect of this. So, because the balance indicates a justice card in traditional tarot, and here we have an expert, you may need to seek a lawyer's advice. If you already have a lawyer, you may want to ask another lawyer a second opinion, or you may need to consult some sort of accountant if it's a tax issue. Okay. Your 9th house rules travel and higher knowledge. So this is any trip that you want to go on or you've booked, or it's any school that you want to learn at, or you're currently enrolled in. Light says prosperity and bliss are assured. I love this card. If you want to go somewhere, you will have a great time. Of course, you're going to take precautions. If you want to enroll in some sort of school, this is also a green light there. Okay. Now, for those of you that are planning a trip, I feel like you could be seeing your father. For those of you who have had fathers who are passed, you could be visiting a cemetery where your father is buried. You could be visiting his gravesite. Because there is something about father healing with regard to this 9th house, and specifically those of you that are traveling. The bottom of this card says your personal power increases as you give any father issues related to heaven. And it's interesting because this picture is depicting Neptune, who you guys are ruled by. 10th house. This rules your career. Sometimes your mother can show up in the 10th house. Emotional withdrawal. Okay. So this is you. This is another meditation card. Quiet time, alone, meditating. If you are going on vacation, it might be near a body of water, or it might be near a lake, where the Pisces tend to recharge, and all the water signs love taking vacations near bodies of water. Your mother might be doing that also, because the 10th house your mother can show up in the 10th house. There's something about self-forgiveness here, so you may need to forgive yourself with regard to something that's happened with your mother. You may have had a fight with your mother. there may be something long-standing between you and your mother. Or your mother may need to forgive herself for something that she has done or feels guilty for. The bottom of this card says, let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. And this is like, these two cards for me in this deck is like a sister card. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with your sister's relationship. I'm saying these two cards really go together as a partnership type of card. Every time I pull this card, for some reason, I always think of this card, and vice versa. Okay, 11th house rules your children, for those of you that have children. For those of you that don't have children, this is talking about your best friend or a very close friend. Throat chakra. So throat chakra says that your child needs to speak up for him or herself, or your best friend needs to speak up for him or herself. It's not time to bite their tongue. They could actually be having a physical issue with their throat at this time. As you watch this reading, they might say to you, within the hours or a couple of days of you watching this, that they have a sore throat. And then your question is, what do you need to them? What do you need to say, either to me or to someone else, that you haven't been saying? What have you been holding your tongue about? And the minute they say that and you talk to them about telling the person that they need to say the message to, it is quite possible that that sore throat will go away almost immediately. This is a very intense reading. Between these mermaid cards and this crystal ball, I'm just like, woo, way up here. I'm going to have to go ground myself after this. Okay, still in the 11th house. Watch your thoughts. Now remember, this is regarding a child or your best friend. They need to be very careful and pay attention what they are thinking and what they are saying, because they are manifesting minute by minute right now. They could have some sort of powerful transit going on in their chart where it's just like they think it, they say it, the next thing you know, they're experiencing it, okay? Oh, yes, and then I'm just being reminded to tell you about the words are very powerful, because with this throat chakra card and the watch your thoughts card, I mean, they should really utilize this energy right now for their own benefit. So like if you want to manifest money with affirmations, big money flows freely and easily to me is a good one. Or I am perfectly well and healthy at all times. All things go in my favor. Stuff like that. Okay. 12th house intuition. So here we go with the Pisces and the dream messages. And just general psychic messages, right? So the 12th house rules what's going to happen in the future because it's under the surface. Look forward in 3 months. We're talking the month of April. Your psychic intuition will be off the charts in April. You will even be shocking yourself as well as those around you. Friends, family, relatives, partners, children. They're going to wonder what's up with you. Oh, and then we got the morning affirmation card. We just talked about positive affirmations, and I gave you some examples. Make sure you're utilizing them in the month of April because the energy is extremely powerful for you in April. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys check out your Pisces 2021 predictions that I've done. Many blessings, and please share this video with your Pisces friends and tag them in it. Thank you.